Natural remedies for sore throat. You know, I happen to be dealing with just getting over a sore throat. When I was a kid, I used to go and get a prescription. But as I got older and I learned that there were other alternatives. We might get into that in a minute. But I was wondering, does anybody have any recommendations for natural remedies for sore throat?
Well, there's all sorts of remedies. And go to your water faucet. It's one place.
Okay, what do you mean by going to your water faucet?
Water is huge. Just the use of water can take care of your sore throat. Because you can do hot and cold fomentations on your throat.
Okay, wait a minute. What is that?
That's going 3 minutes hot water, don't burn yourself, and 1 minute cold. And how you do the hot, you put a dry towel down, you put the wet cloth of the hot water down, and then you cover it up with wool if you can. If you can't, you put thicker towel down. And by stimulating that circulation, you'll stimulate healing.
Is this part of what you've been doing within your massage practice?
Yes, when I have access to it. If not, I'll do an ice massage.
Get a bag of ice and just put it on a person and they'll be okay?
No. So the difference between using a bag of ice or a heating pad, water actually works 27% better. So in that using of the water, yes, it takes a little more effort. You're going to get 27% more. If you don't have water, don't neglect using the other because it still will benefit. So, but everybody usually has water and they usually can heat it. And it only needs to be 40 degrees difference to give you a positive outcome.
So I've seen these Dixie cups in our freezer, and I've always wondered, what are those?
That's for ice massage. So you take, and you've got a muscle or you've got a sore throat. You take and fold the paper down around, so you got a little insulation, you start rubbing. And you keep rubbing. It's going to burn, it's going to hurt, and then it's going numb after it tingles. So you don't want to go longer than 15 minutes. And that stimulation of pushing all the stuff out of that area and then letting it warm up naturally is going to make a huge difference on a sore throat, on a muscle that is not relaxing, if you got a cramp, whatever's going on.
Okay, so Dr. Bowman, are there any other, is water the only natural remedy?
No, water is very, very good, but it's not the only one. And just even drinking plenty of water will also help too. And so, I was just going to say, Miss Irene, that I just love these sessions because I come and I learn so much. And, and I want to tell you that, that in medical school, they don't always teach us these, natural remedies. They teach us a lot about disease. They teach us a lot about medications on how to treat the disease. And so I know a lot about that, but I don't get to learn a lot of this unless I actually take the time to actually learn it myself, which I did a while ago before having kids. But with some things that I do when I have a sore throat is I immediately, take out, I cook a lot with garlic anyways, but, garlic, lemons, and as fresh as possible is the best. honey, natural honey that's raw, especially if it's the area from where you're from, that has very, very good bacterial, antiviral, antifungal, everything that is bad, anti-germ, I call it. It has those properties and it's natural and it tastes good. There are hardly any side effects. It does have some sugar. It's not completely plant-based, but it's okay because it's still natural. But
So I want to go back to the garlic bit. I mentioned a bit ago that I was going to perhaps tell a story. I'm going to go ahead and tell that story. I was dating somebody back years ago, happened to be named Irene. I can't imagine any coincidence there. But I had a cold, and I called my Irene up, and I said, I've got a cold. I'm not feeling well. She told me to go to the store and pick up some garlic. Well, I went into the store and went to the natural section. It's like a regular grocery store that had a health section in it. And I asked them for garlic for colds. And they looked at me like I'd fallen off the side of the earth. They said, we don't have any garlic for colds. Garlic is for your stomach issues and such like that. So I called Irene up again and I said, well, they don't have garlic for colds. And she said, yes, they do have garlic for colds. They just don't know that they have garlic for colds. So I went back to the same person again and said, look, I need garlic for cold. She took me over to the garlic, showed me how it said digestive aid, not cold remedy. So I called my girlfriend up again and I said, Irene, they don't have garlic for colds. And so my Irene said, all right, I have a way we can solve this. Don't worry about going to the medicine area, to the natural area and whatnot. Go to the produce area instead. And look in the produce area for some garlic. Buy the garlic, take it home, and eat it.
I said to get bread and eat it with the bread.
Well, there is that, right? So I took it, I went and I looked for garlic and I found garlic. Elephant garlic. Well, elephant garlic is really big. And I took it home and I was starting to break it open and whatnot. My roommate said, what are you going to do with that? I said, well, I'm going to eat it to get rid of my cold. And my roommate also recommended that I use bread along with it. Apparently, I was listening that time. And I got 5 cloves of garlic and put it on bread and started to ingest it. Well, after the first bite, I was pretty much going like this on the table. Not because I felt like eating it, but because my mouth was burning up so bad that I needed some kind of a release. And I did get through all 5 garlic, and I did go to bed. Next day, I didn't have a cold. So are there natural remedies? Absolutely, there's natural remedies. And Irene, what is one way that someone can go about finding answers to natural remedies?
Well, just to top that off, did you not take a hot and cold shower also?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
I've also did the, I don't know that I did the hot and cold that particular time.
Okay.
But I do understand how hot and cold showers are very effective too. Thanks to you.
So this is one of many ways to find answers.
Natural Remedies Encyclopedia. Let's see, that's the Heritage Edition by Vance Farrell, Harold M. Cherney, MD.
So I know I'm very picture oriented, so there should be a full view of the title and everything. But this is a great resource that gives you many different options. There's not just one way to get well. There's many ways to get well. Which one are you willing to do? And which works best with your body?
Well, there you have it. Some thoughts on natural remedies for sore throat. Our next topic is going to be natural remedies for constipation. But as it relates to this video, we have now provided you natural remedies for sore throat.